Hello everybody, hope that you're having a nice weekend. Today it's Saturday and I think this is going to be a new thing for the channel, a Saturday thing. I think last week we charted Chainlink and I told you guys that if you wanted me to chart any other altcoin, you could request that altcoin in the comments, and ADA Cardano got quite a lot of requests. So here I am charting your coin. Now, if you want me to chart any other altcoin, mention in the comments, and next weekend, next Saturday, I'll chart a new altcoin. I know that, for example, Solana, Polkadot, those two got quite a lot of requests. So depending on what I see in the comments of this video, I might chart those ones or a different one. So anyway, guys, Cardano I think it's quite interesting coin because in the previous bull run, it did something insane. I remember in market cap it was top 4, top 5. I think the ranking was Bitcoin, Ethereum, BNB, Cardano, and then it was Tether, USDT. So Cardano did amazing, and if you see what happened here, the top was at $3.10, and if you check the bottom, this is mind-blowing. Look at this, 1 cent. 1 cent. From 1 cent, it went to $3.10. It doesn't make any sense. I'm not saying that it's going to happen again, obviously, because also what we saw at the top, it was like an insane amount of FOMO, but it did a 17,000%. Guys, that's insane. Of course, I'm not saying that ADA is going to do that in the next bull run, because that would take you to something like $50, $60 for ADA. And I don't think that's possible because the market cap needed for a move like that, it doesn't make any sense. It's almost impossible, to be honest with you. So I want to keep your feet in the ground, okay? We're gonna now have a look at the liquidity pools that I can see in the chart, that they're gonna be potential targets to the upside, but also to the downside, because you have the question of, have altcoins bottom, okay? Is this the bottom of Cardano, about 24p? I'm not sure about that. So we're gonna go through the charts and see what they tell us. First things first, let's try to find imbalances, from this move from the top to the lows. Okay, the imbalances that I can see so far would be this candle here, okay, this one over here. I also see quite a long wick here, so let's mark the 50% of it. Okay, that's around 220, and of course this imbalance from the highs. And you can see that it's quite interesting that the biggest imbalance that I can see in the chart is at the highs. This imbalance is basically what they are. They are zones in the chart that price is going to come back to at some point. We don't know when. Obviously, it'll be in the next bull run. When is the next bull run? It's difficult to tell. Have we seen the bottom yet? We're going to go through that in a minute, okay? But these are the zones to the upside that price is going to go to. Okay, I can tell you that pretty certain. Okay. Now, does this mean that it's gonna come to these highs, and that's gonna be the top? Of course not, because guys, how bull runs are. I mean, it's most likely thing is that we see a new high. I'm not talking about. I don't even think that $10 is possible at this point, to be honest. But I think that maybe $4, yeah, around maybe $4 or $3.70. I think that makes some sense. $5 is quite far, to be honest. I don't think that ADA can go to $5 in the next bull run. I don't know, it's just my opinion, guys. But anyway, if you happen to buy here, for example, and we go again to the highs, that's another almost 700%. Now, if you go to $4, that's a 1000%. But now you have to keep in mind that there is a chance the price goes lower. We're gonna go through this now. But imagine the price goes back to 20 cents. Okay, let's check it now from 20 cents. 20 cents to the highs again, to $3. That's around 1,300%. But if it goes to $4, that's 1,900%, almost 2,000%. That's double as if you buy now. Okay, so it's very important to to have a plan. I'm gonna tell you what I think. Of course, it's not financial advice. What I think here is that if you have bought, maybe in this zone, or even in this zone, and you want to DCA, yes, why not? You can DCA now. But if you haven't bought anything, you can rule out the scenario that maybe this is not the bottom. Maybe there is a lower price now. Okay, of course you could buy now if you wanted to, and then buy lower if you have the opportunity. All right, but I'm gonna show you why I think that it's likely that we see new lows for Cardano. I don't know if you guys know this chart. It's the total three. This is the market cap in crypto excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. So you only have altcoins and stable coins, okay? And this is I use this when I chart a new altcoin that I haven't charted for months or weeks. I like to have a look at the total three and compare it with the altcoin to see if the altcoin is moving, according to this chart, or if it's moving in a different way or making different moves. So you can see that Cardano, is making the same moves. So nothing really to point out here. Now, if we check the 50 MA in the weekly time frame, this is what I meant. If you bought here, yes, you can DCA now, but if you haven't bought yet, you have three options. You have the option of buying now, and if it goes lower, you can DCA. But I'll tell you that DCA lower is not really my style. I like to DCA as price goes up, okay? That's what I usually do. So really, to me, there are two options now, and is to buy after confirmation. You're gonna lose some appreciation of price, but you know that when you buy, it's not gonna go low, and it's quite safe for you to make money. Or you can see and wait if we make new lows. That's the other possibility. So let's see what I mean about buying in confirmation. Let's see what happened in the previous bull run. This was 2020, right before the bull run. And you can see that, we have the 1 or 2 cents opportunity. And then it made a move above the 50 in the weekly time frame. You can see that here was resistance. Again, resistance. Now push above the 50 MA, come back to it, test it as support, and then you can see price going higher. So that would be my confirmation to buy this altcoin, okay? I would like to see the same. Push high, break above the 50 MA, this is a support, and that's your buy zone, okay? So yes, of course, if you don't buy now and price goes high from here, then you're gonna miss some appreciation in price. But I mean, it's not that much from 38p to around 48p, 49p. It's not that much really. And here you're gonna have the security and the confidence that price is gonna go higher. So you have, in my opinion, these options is to buy in confirmation, or we're gonna go now through the scenario that is what about if price hasn't bottomed yet. We're now in the Bitcoin dominance chart. We've been stuck in this range for 2 years now, and basically you can see that price has been going up, down, up, down, up, and many people here were calling for an alt season because they were expecting price to go down. This is technically wrong because these drops are not alt seasons, okay? This is an alt season here. Let me show you. This was an alt season in 2021. Beautiful time for crypto. This was another alt season, okay? But you can compare these moves. The difference is huge. It's like 3-4 times the size of the drop, okay? So this would only be, altcoin rallies, but not all season. Now you can see that this time it's looking a bit different than the previous time, because usually what we see is a wick and price gets rejected again to the low of the range. But this time it seems like, we haven't got a rejection straight away after this candle. We've gone back to it above it, okay? And now we're doing some kind of consolidation here in resistance. So what about if we see the Bitcoin dominance breaking out, do something like this to 52, 53%? That would wreck the altcoin market. I can tell you that. That would destroy altcoins. If you compare this cycle, this bear market, with other bear markets in the past, I remember that in previous bear markets, literally you could see 90% of altcoins projects disappearing. Have you seen that in this cycle? Not really. So that makes me think that maybe we haven't reached the bottom in the altcoin market. Maybe the Bitcoin dominance breaks out and we see some kind of a big dump in altcoins, okay? And this reminds me of what happened back in 2018 because I remember that here we saw the Bitcoin dominance going up and Bitcoin going up. Altcoins were taking a, quite a dump here, I would say. Let's check this total 3 again. I mean, yes, you can see that from here, okay, the Bitcoin dominance was going up and the altcoins were going down. You can see. Now, the interesting part about this is that then Bitcoin went down and the Bitcoin dominance held this zone and didn't go down. And this time, it was when the altcoin market crashed. And I'm telling you crashed because it went from $67 billion market cap to $30 billion market cap. So that was 50% in the 50% drop in the total 3. Remember that there are also some stable coins here. So really it's not a 50% drop for altcoins, it's more like maybe like a 55-60% drop. Now I'm not thinking that this is going to happen again, okay? I'm not talking about 60% drop from here in altcoins, but if Bitcoin dominance breaks above this resistance and we go to 52-53%, I think the altcoins are not gonna do well. Now if we go to the Cardano versus Bitcoin chart, you're gonna see that it's not looking bullish at all because we keep making new lows. So the most likely thing, in my opinion, is that we see a new low in the Cardano versus Bitcoin chart because Bitcoin is outperforming altcoins. Okay, that's why the Bitcoin dominance keeps going up. So if we see something like this for the Bitcoin dominance chart, flipping this resistance into support, I think we're gonna go probably to 52-53%. And in this zone here, if Bitcoin goes down and the Bitcoin dominance holds, by going down, I'm not saying that Bitcoin goes to new lows. I'm saying that Bitcoin maybe goes to 25K, 22K. At the same time, because timing is very important, that the Bitcoin dominance flips this resistance into support and holds this zone, then we're going to see a big dump in altcoins. I don't know if the title of the video said something like, Cardano might go to $5, it might explode soon. I will get more views, but what's the point, guys? I'm a trader, so as a trader I have to be prepared for any scenario to happen, and that's why I make my own plans. I don't own any Cardano at the moment. If you do, of course you can say, hey, that's a valid strategy, but I don't, and my plan is either to buy a confirmation that would be a retest of the weekly 50 MA, or to see if we can see something like this happening, okay? That would be the Bitcoin dominance to flip this resistance into support and maybe go higher to 52-53%. That would bring altcoins down. Or if the timing is perfect and we flip this resistance into support and we hold here for the Bitcoin dominance while Bitcoin goes down maybe to 25K, 22K, then again you're gonna see a big dump for altcoins. So let's go now to the chart of ADA versus the dollar and see what buy zones we can find. We are back in the Cardano chart and we marked imbalances to the upside, so they are going to be take profits areas, okay? And I want to mark zones to the downside in case we see the second scenario that I just told you about of the Bitcoin dominance playing out, okay? So you can see in the monthly time frame, you can see pretty clear that what Cardano was doing here was retracing this liquidity pool in the left between 34 cents and 18 cents, okay? And you can see that now it has already retraced about, I would say, 60% of this liquidity pool. But why not? Why couldn't it retrace the other 40%? Okay, and that would be this zone here. Okay, let me mark it for you. Between 24 cents, okay, that's the previous low, and 18 cents. Okay, I mean, it seems like it's already retracing this liquidity pool. Now, if you see Cardano can't break this zone above this zone, okay, you can see that it's been the resistance for quite a long time, even all the way here, and here it was support, to be honest. So you can see that this was a support zone that now has become resistance. So if we see, a push down again, and these lows don't hold, they're gonna see Cardano going to this area all the way to 18 cents. Now, if we go to the weekly time frame, let's see if we can see the same. Okay, in the weekly time frame, well, let me remove this, because in the weekly time frame you can see an imbalance in this zone here and another imbalance below. Okay, and that, if I extend this here, you're gonna see this more clear. You have an imbalance between 23 cents and 21 cents, and another imbalance between 19 cents and 16 cents. So yeah, I think like the monthly time frame was, I think, more clear. Of course, it could go if it breaks, below this zone. I think that the main target I'm gonna be keeping an eye on is gonna be 18 cents, but it could also go all the way to 16 cents. But I don't know. First, of course, you have to see how it's going to react. In the weekly time frame, you can see the same here. This was support. Now it's resistance. If it doesn't break below it, or it doesn't break above the 50 MA and test that support, then the most likely thing is that Cardano goes back to these lows, and if they don't hold, then we're going to see 18 cents. Now, imagine for a moment that if we buy at 18 cents, let me check this for you. If we buy at 18 cents, okay, and it goes again all the way to this quite big liquidity pool that I think price is gonna go there, yes or yes, that's a 1,500% up. That's insane, okay? This is what I mean, guys. Of course, again, if this idea gets invalidated and we see price breaking above the weekly 50 MA, tested as support, then I'm buying in this zone, okay? I'm a buyer here, and then from here to, again, those highs, that would be almost 500%. Is 3 times less, but still, that's a times 5. I will be pretty happy, okay? So that's the chart that I have now in mind. That's my plan for Cardano. I hope that you liked the video, guys, and I'll see you soon.